Network Address Translation, also known as NAT for short, translates IP addresses or port numbers in IP data packet headers so that addresses can be reused. In this video, we will describe NAT applications in user access scenarios and deployment scenarios. There are two user access scenarios: private network users access the public network and public network users access the private network. When a private network user needs to access the public network, NAT only needs to translate the source address or source port number in the packet. Related technologies include Network Address Port Translation, called NAPT for short, NAT No Port Address Translation, called NAT No PAT for short, and NAT Easy IP. NAPT maps the source addresses of private IP data packets to the same public address, and translates the port numbers of these source addresses to different port numbers. For example, NAPT can be used on campus networks. The IP addresses of multiple users on a campus network are translated into the same public address, and the port numbers are translated into different port numbers. NAT No PAT, also called Basic NAT, implements one-to-one translation between private and public IP addresses, but the port numbers remain unchanged after NAT. NAT No PAT applies to industries with stringent privacy needs, like finance. After the two packets sent by the exchange pass through the NAT device, their source IP addresses change but the port numbers remain unchanged. NAT Easy IP directly uses the IP address of the interface connecting the NAT device to the public network side as the post-NAT address. This function applies especially to the scenarios where the number of hosts on the private network is small and the IP address of the outbound interface is a temporary IP address obtained through dial-up or DHCP. For example, NAT Easy IP can be used on the network of a small office. When traffic is sent from the enterprise intranet to the public network, the NAT device translates the user's private IP addresses into the IP address of the public network side interface so that users can access the public network. When a public network user accesses a private network, NAT server translates the destination address or destination port number in the packet. NAT server establishes a mapping between a private IP address plus port number pair and a public IP address plus port number pair on a NAT device, and then translates the destination IP address and port number in a public packet into a private IP address and port number. In this way, a host on the internet can access a server on a private network. Depending on the deployment scenario, NAT can be classified into distributed NAT and centralized NAT. In distributed NAT scenarios, NAT-capable service boards are directly installed on other devices such as BRAS to implement NAT. This mode seamlessly integrates the BRAS and NAT functions. When users go online, they are assigned public IP addresses, which they always use when they are online. In centralized NAT scenarios, an independent device is attached to a CR or SR to translate addresses for specified traffic. That's all for this video. It describes how NAT is used in different user access scenarios and deployment scenarios. Thank you for watching.